Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com and the Card Making Know-How membership. Thank you so much for joining me. Today it's my Suite of Possibilities video and blog hop with Katina Martinez, and we are making cards for men. So we have lots of different cards to show you. So I will be hands down any minute now, and I will show you what I've made with my cards for men. Now I focus mainly my suite on the Legendary Ride, or the Legendary Ride suite. So if you don't have that, don't worry. Anything that has a male theme, you could replicate my cards with, and I will show you that as we go through the video. But if you do want to purchase anything, then you can grab my store link, which is www.queenpipcards.com/store, and that will take you straight through to my online store. So as long as it's current, you'll be able to click and buy straight from there. And if you want to learn how to make cards from scratch, and if you're a beginner and you don't know where to start, then why not head over to cardmakingknowhow.com and have a look at my membership, because it might just be the thing that you're looking for. Okay, so let's go hands down and we will crack on with this month's video and blog hop share with Katina and the Suite of Possibilities. And don't forget to hop over and see her video and blog after you have watched this one. Alrighty.
So I wanted to show you some cards that are great for guys, but actually these are cards that are great for all people, to be honest. It just depends on whether they like things like this. So we've got this one here, which is a classic motorcycle, which is a great one for guys. Here again we've got a rhino, which is a bit of a strange kind of thing, but with the background and everything, actually my husband really liked this card, so I think that's definitely a hit for a guy's card. Guys always like boats, you know, if you might have a seafaring fella in your life, so that's a good one if just having the stamping of the sailboat there, and you could add lots of different boats, more boat images if you wanted to, just with some nice paper in the background. But I decided today that I'm going to focus on this stamp set because I just love it. Sean used to own a bike, so we used to go out bike riding quite a lot. It is technically, I mean, it's got Dad, You're the Coolest on there, so you could see this as a Father's Day card set, but all the other stuff on here I think works perfectly well for anyone, but great for guys, really good for guys. So it comes with a set of dies as well, which I haven't used all of them yet still, and I've made loads of cards with these. They literally, you can cut out all the pieces of the bike and make it up. You know, there's the engine block, etc. So here's the frame, there's the wheels, there's the engine block, and you know, you can make it up from all different parts. You could make it the same colour as your bike or your fella's bike or whatever, Dad's bike or whatever. So it's great for that sort of stuff. But I'm actually focusing in on the paper that comes with that set. So if you're a Stampin' Up aficionado, this set is called Ready to Ride, and it comes with 12 sheets of 12 by 12. Now I can't show you all the sheets 12 by 12 because they never fit on here, so I've cut them 6 by 6 so you can just see what I mean about this being not only good for cards for men, but just cards for all, really. So you can see these are all foiled, they're black foiled. Okay, so we've got this checkerboard like a flag, nuts and bolts, spanners to use with the nuts and bolts, this sort of diamond shape pattern, which is lovely. This, which is, I love this one, it's like tyre treads, loads and loads of different tyre treads, which is great. And then they threw in roses, which is a bit abstract to me, but it means that actually this paper is great for all because it works for men and women. And then on the back of those we've got these great motorbike gear that you know, things you'd wear, but also some spanners and stuff in there. This one I'm going to show you more of in a minute. This one's like a landscape scene riding through the desert in America, and you could do, or anywhere really, I guess there's deserts like that all over the place. Not in the UK, I have to say. No, we don't have any deserts like that in the UK. But that's cool. And you can colour these in and make them, you know, really come alive. They're brilliant. This one's a whole sheet of motorbikes, different shapes and sizes. I love this paper, this pumpkin pie one with the sort of, that's that diamond pattern again. And then this is the last one, which is all about route numbers, I think, in the States. But also, you know, bed and breakfast signs, or somewhere to sleep, fuel signs. You know, we use some of these, coffee signs, etc. So these are also good not only for the US but also for the UK. So it's great paper, but I'm going to bring you back to that one sheet that I told you about. If I can pull it out, here we go. So the one sheet that I wanted to share with you, and which we're going to use a lot of today, that's the top half. And then if you come down a bit, that's the bottom half. So you can see that it's made up of these different rectangular shaped pieces, and this one's a square, just to throw us off completely. So they're all different shapes and sizes. And I thought, well, that's great, because that's basically a one sheet wonder already done by Stampin' Up for us. So here we go. I'm going to chop it up now. Ooh, proof's in the pudding. So we're going to cut it up, and we're going to make 11 cards, which sounds a bit daring, but I have pre-cut all the other pieces, so don't panic. You won't have to see me cut all the other bits and pieces out. So first of all, I'm going to cut these like so. And then what I'm going to do is just pop these there and cut them individually, and then pop them into the little bags. This is how I recommend you always do a one sheet wonder. Have all your bags pre-done with all your pieces on them, labelled number 1, number 2, and I've counted them as I go across. So that goes into number 1. Okay, this one's going to go into bag number 2, and then we can just whiz through creating all of the actual designs. So that's number 2. This is number 3. And then we turn it round, and this is number 4. And if I haven't cut it perfectly, I can always trim it off afterwards, so don't panic about that. So that's number 4. And then this one, I decided I actually just wanted the jacket. So you could technically make 12 cards out of this, but I figured that little scrappy bit isn't really worth a card. So I'm going to use it as the background of a label. So that's card number 5 going in. And then we've got card number 6. And number 7. And then we've got number 8. Isn't this cool? So, I mean, it's so simple if you've got these papers. If you haven't got these papers, I bet there's scrapbooking things out there that have got, you know, biker rides on them or something like that. Or, you know, dare I say it, other companies that might do similar things. If you're not in a, you know, you might not be in a Stampin' Up country, which is a bit sad if you're not, but you could make this up with other things. But if you are in a Stampin' Up country, then grab the paper, because it's brilliant. And we don't know how long it's here for. It could be retiring complete. Well, it probably is retiring completely next month. It's very unusual that they bring back a set of papers. Okay, so let's get cracking. Let's start with card number 1. So card number 1 had this piece. So I've cut some layers for that, and we're going to use seal, because it's sort of foily on the other side and I don't want the glue to show through. And then this one's going to go this way round. Is that the right way round for my card? Yeah. So we'll just line this up here. So this is a bit of soft suede, and I'm just aligning that up. A bit more up, a bit more up. There we go. That should be perfect now. Nice. And then I've created this layer to go underneath here. And I forgot that had foil on the other side, but it should be fine. So that goes on there. Now they are in American sizes, but I've just gone with the nearest metric one up, if you see what I mean. So this cuts out at like 10.1, so I've just gone for 10.5 and just called it quits. And then this is 7.5, so that's fine, that goes to 8. So some are 7.5, but the other ones might be like 10.1 or 12.2, and I've just gone to the nearest half a centimetre up, and then that seems to have worked nicely. So I'm going to pop that right in the middle of there on some foam sheets, I think, if I've got any. Have I got any foam sheets in here? No foam sheets, but I found foam strips, so we'll use foam strips instead. So that's good. I can do foam strips along here, strips along here, bits all over the place here. Oops. Oh, the sticky's coming off of this. Let's just chop that up. Smaller pip, measure it. Chop that up there, stick that in there, stick that in there. I want to make sure that it's got enough stick to keep it so it doesn't, no soggy middles. I think I'm going to go and get myself some sheets, so I might put you on pause and then jump up and get some sheets for my next cards, because sheets are a lot quicker and a lot easier to do than this. So bear with me while I just do my sticking, getting my sticky bits done. I think that's probably okay now. There we go. Right. But yes, you can use strips, you can use sheets, you can use dimensionals, you can use whatever you want. Just make sure that you've got enough on the back to give it nice strength and support, because you don't want any soggy middles when you post it. See, foam sheets are so much quicker. Right, here we go. So which way around do I want it? I think I want it that way around. So we're going to put that, and the good thing about these squares is it helps you sort of line up where you are. So I think I'm going to pop that down just there. There we go. Oh, that's lovely and raised. Gives you a nice raised view. And then I cut this out of the paper. So you know that sheet of all motorbikes? One of them works with the die. You have to hunt a little bit to find the one that does. But yeah, one of them works with the die, so that's great. Now I'm going to glue this, because we've got enough height with those foam stickery things. So I'm going to pop that down there like so. And then you can just add a little sentiment to the bottom of that, whatever you fancy. Happy birthday, or, you know, happy Father's Day, or whatever. So I'm going to leave that and then put the sentiment on later, because we've got to crack through some of these. Okay, up next, card number 2. Get the right one. Card number 2. And this one uses this image, so I thought it would be nice to pair that with this background paper. It seems to be working fine. I'm just going to go with glue. I'll just do that. It's mainly the card that has an issue with foil, but sometimes I like to use just the paper. Okay, so then I've matted this onto some more pumpkin pie. So we've got pumpkin pie base, pumpkin pie layer. And again, how simple is that? You don't really need to do much more than that. This one's going to be tight to that edge, like so. And then that's just going to sit up on there. So again, actually, I think I might just do that one flat. It looks kind of okay flat, and then I've got a room to put a sentiment and I can pop the sentiment up on dimensionals. So we'll just pop that one on flat for now. And you've just got the hint of cactus and little motorbikes in the background and a little roadster sign there and a bike up there. So it just sort of pulls that whole theme together. Right, next up, number 3 was the one that was this square shape. Looks like he's having a bit of a swerve going on there. Going around the bends, enjoying himself. Sean used to enjoy doing that. So we'll pop that. I've put this time I've layered it on white. And then I was going to layer the whole card on white as well, but I thought it might be a bit too stark. So I've gone for black for this one. So just using my seal, make sure I get a good amount on there. Not that you need masses. And then pop that down there. Lovely. See, I just love that road tread. And then this is going to sit on this side, I think, because we've got more of a gap here than here. Just going to pop it over here. I've got my foam sheets now, so we can just chop a piece of that out. I'm going to go a bit smaller than that. There we go. There we go. Doesn't have to be straight. Just has to be cut. So we'll close that. There we go. And then pop that on the back. Nice. There we go. That will definitely make it stand proud. And again, the lines help you get this straight and lined up where you want it to be. Pop that on there. And then again, I'm going to come back and pop a little label on here coming out this side. Next up, I thought I'd add a bit of gold into the mix because we don't have a lot of gold on here. So, you know, guys like a bit of gold too. It's not just girls. And this one's going with this one. So this one's going to go this way. We're going to mat that on some pumpkin, but I thought I might do it a bit of an angle so we have a bit of fun going on. Now we could have embossed the background with the metallic plate, so that's something else you can do as well. So let me show you what that looks like. See how beautiful that looks? I've just run that through with the metal embossing folder. Let me bring that over. So it's called Metal Plate 3D Embossing Folder, and that's what it comes out like on gold foil. It's stunning. So I'm going to pop that onto some vanilla background base card. Just burnish that one, it was sticking up a bit. And I'm using my seal because this is foil, so we definitely need it to be seal, not glue, because that can show through. And then we'll position this nicely on here. Yep. Oh, it just feels so nice. Then we're going to glue this in place on here, and then I thought it would be fun to just pick out the motorbike colours. Oh, I'm going to twist it. I meant to twist it. Oh, there we go. I'm going to twist it so it's not quite straight, and then pick out the motorbike colours in Pumpkin Pie. So I've got the colours here, and I think I'm going to use the lighter version just to pick out that gas tank, petrol tank, and then this fender here, mud guard or whatever it's called, I can't remember, and this one here. The seats are normally black over here, so I'll leave that alone. I might just do this I can have a coloured bit to that seat there. So it's just slightly adding a little bit of extra colour to the front of the card, and then we'll pop that up. And again, I might go flat. I think I'm going to go flat with that and then add a label, happy birthday, or a well done, or a whatever you want to, happy Father's Day. And then we're just twisting it so that it's a bit off centre, which I know sets some people's heads off with their OCD. But it needs to stick, so you need to hold it because it's paper card going onto foil. So the glue will stick, absolutely, but just make sure you give it a good firm hold while it attaches itself to those little raised embossed pieces. So there you go, that's that one. So card number 5. We're cracking through them now, hopefully. Card number 5 is this jacket with this extra piece here, and I thought we would do like go smaller on this, so we'd have that, and I might even cut those shoulders out actually. Might turn it into sort of like a tag, because it looks like a tag. You could always give it as a gift tag on like if your guy had ordered himself a nice jacket, you could do that. So we're going to again twist that, drop that down there, because it's just not, it's too close that way, so we're going to drop that down there. I've left a thicker border, and we've got some black twine here. So we can actually, if you've got a hole punch, you can punch that out. So I have a crocodile here, and I think that large hole just needs poking. Come on, come on, how'd you come? There we go. Some stuff in it from before. So then you can line that up. If you've got a crocodile at home, you can line that up, pop it through the hole. Make sure your fingers aren't in the middle so that you're not going to get your fingers caught in the centre, and then just crop that out like so. Then it looks a bit more realistic. We can do this whole sticking it through like a tag. So I'll pop that through there. Bring that around the front and tie it in a bow. And even though it's a guy's card, I'm going to tie it in a bow because, you know, I think you still would. I think we still should. There we go. Excellent. There we go. So now we've got the tail ends, which we need to get rid of. Now we've got our elements, and again, as I say, I would do a happy birthday in some brighter colour. Because we want this to be nice and bright. So I'll pop a label on in a minute. You'll see what I'm doing. This we're going to go. Actually, we're going to go flat on here, but it's going to be twisted slightly, like so. Oh, I've got a little bit of that showing. I need to get rid of that. You can't see it very well, like on normal things, but when it goes against the black check, it really shows up. I just had something left. Didn't quite cut along the line, but that's okay. Bring the tag stuff forward, twist it, pop it on. That's all going to go up on foam. So we can foam that side of it. And then we just need this strip here. And I just think this makes making cards for men and girls, because some girls love motorbikes too. Let's not forget our women motorcyclists out there. But just makes it so quick and easy to make a card when you've got all these fantastic elements just in one place. Now, come off. I think I'm going to go just a little bit higher, like so. And then I'm putting this checker piece down here, and then I'll add my label over the top of that checker piece. So we have a little bit of extra zhuzh going on. Technical term that, zhuzh. And again, I've just caught the edge of another piece there, so I'm just going to take it a little bit further over and just trim that end off. There we go. So I like that one very much. That's a cool card, isn't it? Alrighty, then number 6. And I'll finish with embellishments. You know me, I like to add embellishments at the end. So number 6 is like it's a piece of a map. So I think we will add this like this straight on, and then I think this is crying out to have a sentiment put here, and then that's that size. So, and I use more of the paper here, so that will fit there nicely. And then we could, if we put it up a little bit like here, we've definitely got room to put something down here. You could put another bike or whatever you wanted down there. And I want to show this sort of, let's hope this one doesn't show through, but I wanted to show the more sort of crumb cake colour, that's the word I'm looking for, crumb cake colour behind of the map. So I'll put that on there like so. And then I'm going to put this flat, and then we can add layer with the wording or the, you know, whatever else we put at the bottom. That would be great on a scrapbook. It kind of looks a bit like a scrapbook page already, doesn't it? So that's that bit. Card number 7. Card number 7 is an ode to my female bikers out there, because I just love this rose. I just thought it was just, I mean, it's just so beautiful. So again, we'll glue that to that. I'm running out of glue here. So we'll pop that on there like so. There we go. And then I thought you can't not mirror, you know, match that with this beautiful piece of big roses. So that's what we're putting on the back of this. Making sure that that's down. Yeah, it needs a bit of a burnish. There we go. Helps to keep the card flat. And we'll pop this on. It's, I mean, quite frankly, I love this paper just on its own. I think it's stunning. There we go. I think that's straight. Yep. There we go. Isn't that it's just, and with the shine on it, it's just gorgeous. So we don't really want to hide too much of that, but it's got to go that way. I think if we put this at a nice jaunty angle, that will look good. And then again, I'm going to raise up the sentiment that goes on this, and this would definitely be a beautiful birthday card, wouldn't it? Or a get well, or a thinking of you, or whatever. I mean, with a black sentiment, I think to match that on vanilla would just look stunning. Will look stunning by the time I finish with it. Okay, then card number 8 is this piece with all the hot rod flames coming out the back of it. So I chose this paper with that metallic metal plate sort of stud effect. This is going to go this way. And these are just basic layers, most of them. Some of them are one size down. And you could add, so, you know, for this one, for example, I could have added another layer in between that, but I didn't really want to. Then we've got this, so I'm layering this onto some vanilla. Okay, so that's going to go on there. And these are such simple layouts, but I'm being led by the size and shape of the paper, really. Can't see the edge of that. Is that straight? Yeah. Could do with a slight trim at the bottom, I reckon, or the top, one of the two. Oh, now you're crooked. Come on. There we go. That's better. There we go, it's fine. So the shape of the pieces is leading me to my designs. So, I mean, I could do this one. Actually, that looks quite good. I'm going to do this one this way. and then it's coming in from the side. I need to get a new glue. There we go, that's better. I've created the layouts based on the size and shape of those pieces of cardstock, pieces of paper that you're cutting out from that one sheet. So, you know, the layouts are different to some of the ones that I might normally do because the sizes are different to what I might normally do. And sometimes that's good to change it up a bit. So I've cut one of the bikes out again. So I'm actually not stamping. I'm doing all of this with the elements from the paper, which is unlike me, but I'll do stamping for the sentiments, obviously. There we go. And then I can fit a little one. Let's just fit a little one up there. I might stick another one down there. I feel like it's a bit bereft. Okay, I go a bit excited with my dimensionals, but it is paper, so you need to give it a bit more support than you would if it was card. So just bear that in mind. And they are slightly different in height, but it's hardly noticeable. There we go. All right. So now we can pop that there. And it coming this way. Yeah. Still think in the middle of this, to be honest. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks great. And then we can have words coming across there, like "You're a legendary rider." That would be good. Okay, so number 9 is this piece. And again, that looks like a scrapbook, doesn't it? Like somebody's just driving through. So I picked this background paper because it's got maps on it, and this looks like somebody's driving through a map, basically. So that's why I went with those. I've picked up the wrong glue again. There we go. And it doesn't seem to be coming through these papers, which is smashing. So you can use your Tombow, which is good. So this one, I didn't layer it on anything. I've got no layers for it. But I just wanted it sort of on here like a scrapbook picture. And then you could either handwrite or do a sentiment on it. So again, I'm going to glue it flat. This is going to be a flat card. There we go. Oh, I've got a bit of cardstock stuck there. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's that one. Very, very clean and simple. Number 10, we're nearly there now, folks. And then we'll do some words and stuff. Number 10 is this, and again, very simple. I just wanted to put it with the road tyre tracks behind him. But I think I'm going to put him up on some foil, some layers for sure, because he feels like he needs that. And again, you could colour him in if you wanted to, so you could make his leathers the right colour for your guy's leathers. Mine always had black. He never went for any fancy colours really, apart from on his boots. I remember him having some nice boots with a bit of blue flash on them. Right, there we go. So that's that. And then we'll get another foam sheet. Pretty much straight down, isn't it, really, on that one? Yeah, that's perfect. It makes it so quick and easy to stick big stuff down and give it lift, you know. There we go. And then we'll pop him down like that. That's about central. Kind of straight. There we go. He's looking good. And then number 11. Very easy. That's this one again. I'm going to make this one into a tag again. So we'll just take this top piece off. Just cut along those lines. Cut along that line. And then punch out that hole. See if I can line it up a smidgy better than I did last time. It's about there. close but no scar. And then I've got a little bit of pumpkin left from another cut, so I'll just take that off like that. There we go. Alrighty, vroom vroom. So for that I thought, well, probably clothing behind, maybe. It kind of blends in a bit. The other option is to flip it over and do the, I think actually I quite like that actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I liked the clothing, but actually I think on, now it's cut out, I think it looks better like that. So we'll do that. And then I might just trim that off. Where's my trimmer gone? I don't like this edge, even though it's the right size, it's annoying my eyes. So we'll just trim that slim piece off, like so. Yeah, has it worked? Oh, I need new blades. Okay. Sometimes it's easier if you just use a little cutter, just to take those little edges off. So we'll do that. There we go. I wish they sold that mini cutter, because I think you would all benefit from having one of those. I really do. So I keep putting it in the suggestion box. You never know, one day they might come on board with it. Okay, so that's going to go there. That looks great. Oh, we're nearly there. I know this has been quite long, but I thought I wanted to show you, no point in me just showing you all of the finished cards. I wanted to show you how I'd layered them all up and put them all on together. And then this guy, he's a little bit flimsy unless we're going to use a lot more, could just use a lot more foam behind him. Might look better if he's up. I think he might be better up. So let's just do that, shall we? Let's do that. Take that little bit off there. I'll stick him on there. And then we'll get another piece. Oops, it's easier to see if it's not. Okay, so this needs to be a bit thinner. And if you've got tape, you can use tape, that works too. Okay, I want that to be there, and then we can probably fit that piece in. He'll go in there, he'll go in there. Because we need a bit of support around that whole piece, I think, there. And then I've got a little squiggly bit. We can just chop that off like that. That will fit in there. There we go. Nice. Okay, so now we've done that. I probably should have put the twiny thing through now, but never mind. We can do this. We can put that on there. This doesn't even need a sentiment, right? This is just straight on as it is. Let's get rid of all these pieces. And then we have, in that same set of twine, wherever it's gone, here, we've got vanilla as well. So we can just use some vanilla, which will match with this. Or, actually, I've got crumb cake as well. Oh, I don't know now. Which one's better, do you think? That one or that one? I kind of like that one. Let's do that. So, we will cut a piece off. We'll feed it through the hole, which I should have done. I should have done this beforehand, but you know, you saw me do it on the other one, so you know I can. You know I can get it right sometimes. But this is where you take your pick tool, comes in handy. Just shove it in and shove it through, and keep shoving it in. Keep shoving it through, and eventually it'll come up the top. There we go. And pull that out. And then we can just thread this through. I mean, I could cheat and just tie a knot and shove it on with tie a bow and shove it on with a glue dot, but you know, I just wanted it like this. And then we will tie I'm going to tie a knot in that so it doesn't shift. There we go. And then tie a bow. Alrighty. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Yes? I think so. Whew. So, those are really quick and simple cards. I mean, we've knocked up 11 in however long, and I know that I have, you know, not done the cutting of the layers and the stuff, but honestly it didn't take me very long. Once you've got your sizing, it doesn't take you long at all. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, put that on over there, 9, okay, 10 and 11 just don't fit anywhere, so we'll just put them in there. Just put them in there. So lots and lots and lots of cards just from one sheet of paper, which you can get in that pack, and then we can embellish those with all kinds of things. So let me give you some suggestions. First off, most importantly, we have these which come with the set. Okay, so this is the Legendary Ride, what are these called? Adhesive back studs. So they obviously go because they've got black and also silver, which would go nicely on the white ones. So we could put some of these, you know, up on the corners or whatever. So they're good. Circles, diamonds, and these rectangles. So we've got those. They would work. And then, of course, we have our rustic metallic dots. If you've still got some of them, they work really well with those colours. We've got our brushed metallic adhesive dots, which, as you can see, I've only got a few left, but these colours work really well with it, and the copper. Oh look, here's another sheet of those metallic dots, and we've got gold here as well, so that would work on this one. So we've got quite a few of those that we can use. And then somewhere we also have these classic matte dots, and these have got vanilla in them, so the vanilla ones would work really nicely, like on this one here, for example, or the black ones would work nicely on here too. So, you know, we have a lot of options to use, or if you've still got some of these matte black dots from previous catalogues, you know, you could use those too. So we've got a lot of options that would work on these. So I'm going to go ahead and embellish them afterwards, because I tend to do that off screen. But I might just add a few here like this, because I do like doing this. I do like adding a few embellishments, and I think this just cries out for some on this one. So I'm just going to pop a few on here and just go along here like so. And I know they're different sizes, but I quite like it like that. So a little one and then two large. That's all you really need on that, just to make that just that extra zhuzhy bit. And then we'll stick a sentiment here or up here. So that's that. And then I thought we'd get some words going. So let's have a look. For this one, for example, "You're a legendary ride" strikes me as being perfect. "Ride on, it's your birthday" is brilliant. I like that too. "Dad, you're the coolest." Classic, authentic you since forever. Also great. "Dad, you're the coolest." I think that would look great on this one. You could just stamp it on a circle and pop it out on one of the corners up here. That would work. So I might try that. And then let's try this one. "You are legendary." You are legendary. And I think that would go really well, just coming in there. So let's pop that on a block. There we go. I'll get some vanilla. Is that long enough? Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to ink this up. I'm inking it this way because I'm having to squish my memento. I think it needs re-inking. Okay, here we go. You are legendary. Oh, look at that. Lovely. It's come out nice. It's even straight, which is even better. Okay. So I'm going to use this. No, actually I'm not. I'm going to use my trimmer. It'll be easier, I think. Sometimes with little things, trimmers are better. I can get quite close to this, I think. Up here. Nice. Yep. And then I'm going to leave that at the bottom. I'm going to take this off to about here. It sort of matches the other side a bit, I think. Does that need to come down? No, that's fine. And then what I'm thinking is I'm going to come straight along here, and then we're going to go round and make this a bit of a wiggly one, and then go back up here and go straight for a bit, and then go wiggly for a bit, and then come in from this end and go straight to finish that off, like so. And that just adds a little bit more detail, a bit more detailing to your wording, makes it a bit special. And then it also allows us to show off underneath, that colour underneath, much better. And we'll pop that up on some mini dimensionals all the way along, making sure we have no soggy middles in the middle of our words. That's fine. I find if you go in from both ends and meet in the middle, you're generally more likely to get even spaced dimensionals, but also make sure that you have enough to keep you going. You're not like dangling off the end and having to cut one. Okay, you are legendary, like so. And then we could add one of those little one of these little black elements to this, because it's got that diamond shape on. We could do that, or we could just pop a little black circle just there, I think, and maybe one at the end. You are legendary. There we go. Yeah, actually I'm not sure about that one. We're going to do a bit of a sneaky transfer and take that one off. I love this spatula because you can do that. You can get beneath your embellishments and take them off. And then I'm going to do this one here because it's thinner. I like it because it's thinner. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. It doesn't encroach on the U quite so much. Okay, so that's that. So that's looking pretty cool. And then you just carry on and just do that with all of these, with your sentiments, for whatever occasions you wanted or whoever you were giving them to. You know, this could be have a great new adventure. You know, adventure awaits. You could use the one here from the sailing, adventure awaits. That would be fantastic to put on there. So I'll pull out various sentiments and add those depending on who I'm sending them to, really. So that is the 11 cards from one sheet of paper. And then I've just got a couple of other things I wanted to show you if you want to get jazzy. So we've got these really simple ones, and then I've shown you this one as well. And then these are two I made. In fact, these are two cards I made for Paper Party. So this one just with the rose. This one I made like that. It's a split card. This one is actually designed, I made it, but it's designed by my friend Sue from one of our team days. Isn't that cute? Ride on, it's your birthday. So that shows that off. And then I also made a little box cover. So this is our little, this covers our little boxes, envelope boxes that you can put treats inside. And then this bike has been stamped and embossed. Okay, because the ones on the paper are not shiny, but that's been embossed, and then that's copper, and then I did the flames and a wraparound. So there you go. Lots of different things that you can do with this fantastic stamp set and paper pack. And hopefully lots of ideas for you for men's cards. Good colourways, good just how to use things that you might pick up from, you might pick up a whole bunch of tags and you could use tags instead on your cards. There are so many options that you can do. Like if you picked up a tag that had anything on it that was, relatively male, you could stick that on the front and then off you go. There's a card. So I want to show you that it doesn't have to be necessarily this paper, although this paper is stunning and I love it. You could do something similar with scrapbooking elements or anything really to really change your cards a little bit and just use different things, I guess, on your cards is what I'm trying to say. So try different things, add tags to the front, do all sorts of things, or just go completely different, go with a boat if you wanted to, or with a rhino if you wanted to. The choice is yours. But I do have to say that I love this paper, and it is just brilliant. And you get 2 sheets of each, so you could make 22 cards just with that 1 sheet of paper alone. So yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? It's pretty cool. So this is Pip Tubman signing off from our Suite of Possibilities. We're concentrating on themes. So this is my cards for men themes, but also cards for all, really, because I would send these to lots of different people. So have a lovely month. We will see you again next month. Don't forget to hop over to Katina's video hop. And if you want to learn how to make cards, and if you want to understand more about the fundamentals and the underlying foundations of card making, then hop over and join me at cardmakingknowhow.com and join my membership and have fun in there. Take care for now. See you soon. Bye-bye.